Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay.
Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game, and even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Jet sweep here, Smith and Jigba.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they've played all season. Sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Gus Edwards
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Seahawks have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Love. It got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Love. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9.
Up the middle, here's Edwards.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. I mean, look at this Packers defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 pass.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They'll get 34 yards there.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 1 quarter down, nothing to score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
As they've got it as we resume action.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll drop the throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. They're going to look to throw.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
It's his 12th rushing touchdown, his 14th overall. And the Seahawks
short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Love now to pass on first down.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Love from the gun on 3rd down. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Badgley's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Smith and Jigba in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
Oh, he shifts past him. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
They're going to try and run. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He gets that one complete to Wicks.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Second down, Love.
Finds his receiver, Watson.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Love now.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tua Tagovailoa leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Right?
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Love from the gun.
Here's a ball deep from Musgrave.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 10.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch. At the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
2nd down and 3. Here's the give to McIntosh. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On the draw is Edwards. Breaks a tackle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
2nd and 9 now. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Love looking to throw it. A short throw to Musgrave. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. An inside give to Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw now, here's Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of these best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. Down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a leap. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Edwards will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense.
The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
Love. A short throw to Musgrave. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A first down and then some. 36 yards. This upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Throwing, Love.
That's complete to Wicks.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. First down, Love to pass.
Musgrave's got it out right.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Again, it's Love. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this run.
And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. One last shot now for Love. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown the point after, but of little consequence in the ending as this one's now over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.